Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. We are back in the woods. Just a local state forest here in Indiana, close to my house. It's been, well, last time I was out camping, I've been hiking, day hiking quite a bit, but the last time I was actually camping was up in Michigan. It's been a while, so I needed to get out. It is fairly sunny. It's started to cloud over a little bit now, but the sun's still poking out some. Mid-March day. Don't let the weather fool you here. It's so a little backstory. I've been planning to do this for quite a while. Just get out for a weekend. Actually, about a week ago, I got my ultralight kit out, 7.5 pound base weight, perfect base weight, nice and light and fast. Had it all set up, good for about 40 degrees, maybe 35 if it gets, you know, at nighttime. It can usually handle that too. So yesterday, Friday, I checked the weather. The high today, which is right now, is 25, and then the low tonight is 19 degrees in mid-March in Indiana, and kind of southern Indiana too. That's just crazy. That's stupid cold. But so I repacked back to my big pack. Instead of 7.5 pounds, I think I have like 19 pounds right now. I threw in a couple extra luxuries, like might as well since I'm carrying it. So I've got my chair and all that. But we're gonna hike back here. I'm gonna go to an old campsite that I know of. Been to there many times. Really like it. It's a good site next to water, so it's pretty easy. Got the hammock and all that. Some decent food. I need to keep moving because I'm actually a little bit cold. But let's get to hiking back there. It's just nice to be out. So far so good. I haven't seen anyone else, so like I said, I don't think many people come back here when it's this cold, especially. You hear that? Aside from the small jet passing over, there's not much you can do if you're getting away from jets, but it's so quiet back here. It's one of the few places in Indiana where I think you can get to, and it's actually very, very quiet. There's one road that passes by fairly close by. You will hear trucks occasionally going through that, but for the most part, it's about as solitude as you can get around here. It's so nice. Okay, so executive decision. This isn't actually the campsite I wanted to camp at, but I kind of like it. I don't know that I've ever camped at this one before. The only downside to it is it's right off the trail. So right there's the fireplace, and I don't know if you can see it, but it's like right down about there is the trail. It's no more than 25 feet from me, and it's also right next to the water too. But I mean, obviously, you normally are not supposed to be within 200 feet of the water. I think some places 300 feet. This is an established campsite. It's actually on the maps, so I don't feel too guilty about doing it. Obviously, I'm not going to I'm not going to urinate or something like that right next to it. I'll walk out that way, or do all my business out there, and I'm not going to put anything near it. But yeah, I think I like this one, and I don't know that I've ever done this. I don't think I've ever done this campsite before. So let's get it set up, and I think I'll get a fire going too pretty soon, because it's it's down here in the bottoms, and it gets a lot colder down here. I do remember that. So it might be 19, might be the low in the town, but I bet it'll be down 15 degrees at night, and you can feel right now. It's temperature's going down. So let's get to setting up. I'm gonna set up my gear or my hammock and all that, and then I'll sit down. I'll probably just go through my gear, just kind of show you guys what I brought, and we'll go from there. So let's get to work. Time to find firewood. Okay, not bad. Let's go find some more. Alright, let's get a fire going. It's getting a little cold out here. There you go, buddy. Usually light up easier than that. So I thought, I've got my whole hammock set up, but I thought I'd kind of go over the gear that I brought this time. It's completely different from what I intended to bring, but it's the stuff I kind of needed to make this trip work. So we'll just kind of go over everything. I'll show you what I got, what I like. If I don't like something, I'll tell you. So first off, got my Silky saw, because at this point I knew I was going to need a fire. I do like the Silkies. This is the Pocket Boy. It's a little bit lighter. I just bent the blade a little bit, so it's kind of curved right there, but it still works fine. I've used several different brands. Silky seems like they just work really well, so I really do like those. Cook set. So I just brought my teapot for boiling water. And I got my coffee mug. Just my lightweight stuff. I'll show you what I'm eating for dinner, for breakfast. Oh yeah, just Cheetos. I love Cheetos, they're amazing. It's just okay. So, chair is in the REI, it was the Flex Light, is that what it's called? Flex Light Air. I bought this years ago. It's been really good for me. It is a little bit unstable, so it can kind of fall over kind of easily, but it works decent, and it only weighs a pound. I end up getting the I got a pad that goes underneath it to keep it from sinking too, so it works really well. Dinner and breakfast, all my food, including the Cheetos. So we got just snacks, so freeze-dried apple, freeze-dried strawberry, freeze-dried raspberries that I all made myself, or I freeze-dried myself. I didn't make them. Breakfast is my homemade. It's just a granola, so it's got granola, powdered milk, freeze-dried blueberries, freeze-dried raspberries, and sugar in it. Super lightweight, super easy to make. Just add cold water, and it tastes so good. You can make this at home, even if you don't have a freeze dryer. You can buy all the stuff on Amazon. I'll try to put a link to everything on Amazon to put this together. I might do a video at some point just showing like how much I do with proportions and all that. But this is good stuff. It's pretty similar to the Peak Refuel. I think it's called the Mountain Berry Granola one. It's pretty similar to it. So. And dinner is chili. This one it's Patagonia Provisions, that chili mix, but then I add cheese to it, and I add beef to it as well, just to make it a little bit more wholesome. Really like this stuff. Eventually I'm going to learn how to make my own good chili. I'm not very good at it, and then I'll just freeze dry my own chili, and I can do that. Then just some other snacks, some pulled pork if I need some extra snacks, coffee, nuts. That's not water. So that's just more of that is Bombay gin. So that's going to go in my little mix, my little drink cocktail that I'll have later. Nice thing about it being like 25 degrees is it's nice and cold. Gin is one of those things where you want it nice and cold. Not very good when it's warm. So that's pretty much it for meals. I think I got a Coke in there too, just to have something to drink. Water filtration. So on these shorter trips, I go with just this guy. It's Katadyn B-Free. These are the best filters I've found so far. I've got the MSR little pump filter. I've got an old, it's made by Pure originally. Now it's made by Katadyn, one of their pump filters. I've had the MSR gravity filter. This guy right here, I've got the gravity version of this. These are by far the best, I think. Filters don't last a super long time, but they're so easy to use, and the water flows so good on these. And it weighs like 4 ounces. It weighs nothing. This thing's great. And it's got an extra platypus to put water in, but we got water right there, so I don't need to do a whole lot. For my stove, I got my MSR. This is going to be my I was just going to take the canister stove, but it's going to be so cold, it's getting so cold that I worry about those things. Once they start getting below 20 degrees, they'll freeze up on you and stop working. So it's really cold. I take this guy. So I've got the fuel in here somewhere. I hope. Yeah, here it is. So this guy right here, you just pump it up. It's, you know, just nothing but white gas. Works, doesn't matter what temperature it is, it works perfect, so it's great. A little bit heavy, but it does work. And in the cold conditions, I like this just because it's reliable. I also have the Polaris, the Optimus Polaris version of this. I really like that one too. I like both of these, but I'm kind of one of those gear nerds where I have like 10 different stoves. I just like to play with different stuff. So, what else we got? Clothing. So I'm not gonna get all this out, but it's my Kuiu Down top and bottoms. It's the outers. I love Kuiu. They're a hunting apparel company. Realistically, they specialize kind of in gear for hunters out there, but their gears, the way they design it, crosses over to backpacking really well. It's designed to be lightweight, durable, and really, really warm. I love their gear. At some point, maybe I'll do just a video of just my Kuiu stuff and just show you what it's like. It's not cheap. Like the top and bottoms, the Goose Down lightweight is $500 for the set. They're not cheap. And then I've also got their so this is one of theirs right here. This guy, and I just put it on. It's their just their thermal mid layer, or you know, bottom layer, whatever you want it to be. This thing's awesome. It's like $100. It weighs like 5 ounces. It weighs nothing, and it does so well. It does really well. The Peloton 97, I think is what it's called. I had the top and the bottoms for that. They are amazing. I haven't found anything that's equal, that's as good a quality as those are. Oh yes, and the other thing I think I've got, what else do I have? Just another pair of socks, which I'll probably put on because my feet are getting kind of cold, and then I think there's another shirt in here maybe, and that's about it. It's an overnighter. I don't need much. Mostly just cold weather stuff. It's camera gear, so it's just batteries. There's a light in here too. Camera is my Panasonic G85. I'm using that 9mm lens, which I love that thing. I'm getting ready to order another lens, and it's a little faster lens, a little bit better zoom lens, so I can have that as well too. But right now I'm really liking that lens that's on it right now. Looks good. What else is in there? Stuff sacks, I think. Oh yeah, my pillow. Sea to Summit Arrows pillow. So I use this one. I've got the Hammock, which I'll show you the Hammock and everything here in just a little bit. But I hate this pillow, to be honest. I don't like it. I bought it years ago because I wanted something ultralight. When it's filled up with air, it rolls around real bad. So I don't use this if I'm sleeping on a sleeping pad because it sucks for that. But inside the Hammock, it actually works okay because you don't put much air in it anyway, and it just doesn't roll around nearly as bad. I don't know. It just seems to work better in the Hammock. It only weighs like 2 ounces. I'll probably end up buying the Nemo Philo pillow because everyone talks about that thing and how awesome it is. So I'll probably end up getting it and trying it out. But for now, this is what I got. I wouldn't buy this if I were you. Sea to Summit makes some really great stuff. I love their stuff sacks, and some of their backpacks are amazing too. And they've got some really good stuff. This ain't it though. This thing's just not very good. And it's expensive, like $60 for it. Anything else of interest? That's just my first aid kit. So this is my ultralight first aid kit. This is what I consider like my essentials. If I go on my long trips, this is not what I take. I take my full-on kit just because here, where I'm at, if something happens, I just need enough to get out to my truck, which is like 1.5 miles away. Not that far away from the truck, so just essentials. If I'm on like Boundary Waters or like the Michigan trip I was just on, yeah, I've got a full-on kit with everything I need. But this works for this. A couple Nalgene's. Bought a new spoon, so you guys have probably seen in my other videos, my little collapsible ultralight tiny little thing. It looks cool, it sounds like a good idea, and it sucks because it collapses constantly no matter what. I hate that thing. So I bought this guy. It's a little bit more inconvenient to pack. It's a Sea to Summit, but which again, I mean, it's high quality, and I love the long handle. It's really lightweight, but yeah, probably going with this more. Just some headphones, poop kit, so just toilet paper, some wilderness wipes, and then my little lightweight trowel. And I think that's about it here. Oh, yeah, just some thin gloves. These are those Under Armour gloves. These are awesome. If you can find these, they're not cheap. They're like 40 bucks or 35 or $40 for a pair of them. But even when they're wet, they seem like they work really well. So I do like these little thin gloves. They don't hold up super for a long time, but they're very warm, and they just seem to work very well. That's about it for this. I didn't say, but the pot is a GSI, just an aluminum pot. And then this is, it's like an ultralight. I don't know what brand it is. I bought it on Amazon. It weighs like 2.5, maybe 3 ounces. Titanium. It's super nice. I do like this little pot. My ultralight kit is just this with a little Asbit stove that fits in it. It's like 4.5 ounces with the, the fuel and everything. So it's a nice little setup. Yeah, smoke. The warmth feels good, but the smoke doesn't. You were doing so well, fire. Okay. Let me show you guys the my hammock setup. Okay. Video stabilizer's on. So this is my hammock in here. So we'll start with the tarp. That's actually a hammock gear tarp, Cuban fiber. Super lightweight. I bought the biggest one they have. It's like 11 feet long. I just wanted the long one with the doors on the end of it. It's great for wintertime. It's also great just as a solo tarp. It's just a really nice one. It's super lightweight, easy to set up. Pro tip, these strings right here, I used Kevlar for those, and they suck. Kevlar sucks for like guy outs, because these little things don't work at all. Little tensioners with the, I don't know what it is with Kevlar, but I have had no luck. I switched over to this orange stuff. I don't know what brand it is. I've got some more at home. I'm going to switch these out when I get a chance. But yeah, I just use regular cordage like this. Cordage like this stuff right here. It works so much better. Inside, let's go around here. Okay. All right, hold on 1 second. Let's get you looking a little better here. Okay, inside here. So this guy, the actual hammock is a crap. I don't know what brand it is now. Kammok. Now I remember. So it's a Kammok brand hammock. It's the Mantis ultralight, and I really do like it. It's really good. It's held up for 2 years now. It's been to Boundary Waters twice. It's been on several long trips. The material is super thin. And you first get it, you're like, this thing's going to fall apart. It's going to tear on me when I lay in it. But you really just don't do justice on how. Hold on 1 second. There's no. For me, I really just didn't think or consider how strong this material really is. It's held up super well. The only issue I've had is that I've got a couple holes in the no-seam net. I don't know if that's just from a fire or what, but there's a couple small holes I need to fix. Sleeping bags are all Jacks Are Better, so I really like their brand. I've bought several different brands, like the name brands, and they're not bad, but these ones made by Jacks Are Better, they're reasonably priced, and they're just so good. The actual sleeping bag, or they're all quilts actually. It's a 0-degree quilt, super warm. I love this thing. It works so well. My under quilts, I have 2 of them, because I've got a 20-degree, this outer one, and then I've got a 40-degree. And so if you mix the two, it's supposed to be about 0-degree rating. So plenty enough rating for tonight. It's supposed to be 19's the low, but down here in these bottoms, it could easily get down to like 15. So that's pretty much this setup. I do have, like, I added on this little hammock gear storage pouch, and I actually got over here, let's see if I can bring it up here, this little hang time hammock, or hang time thing. which I just got, and they've actually discontinued them. But what it is your phone just sits there like that and clamps on, and you can use it for, if you're watching videos or whatever. Which, to be honest, usually when I lay down in my hammock at night, I'll fire up a couple videos, just watch something from YouTube that I've downloaded ahead of time. So that's really nice. I ended up buying 2 of them because they said they're discontinued and only have whatever's left in stock. So I got an extra just in case. That's about it. So, jacket is a Montbell. I love this jacket. I love Montbell. They make really good stuff. But I think that's all I'm going to go over for the equipment. I'll probably go in detail at some point. Maybe I'll do some gear videos because I've got tons of different equipment at home and just all stuff I've tried. I'm no expert, so I don't sit there and proclaim to be an expert in any way, shape, or form. But I've had a little bit of experience, especially with my gear, and I can kind of let you guys know what I think about it. So most everything I have here right now is some of my favorite gear. There's a few things I don't like, but most of it's my favorite gear. So let's go back to the fire. It is really cold. I need to get some more layers on. What I need to do. My top layer is good because I got that inner layer right here, but my legs down here, I don't have any other layer except for the pants, and they're getting quite cold. So anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just sit by the fire and warm up for a little bit. Probably not going to video anymore until, let me turn that down a little bit. There we go. Probably not going to video much more until I get to the point where I'm going to eat, and we'll just go from there. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. Alright, let's make some dinner. Got the MSR all pumped up, so it's ready to go. You never use one of these. It's pretty easy. You just got to prime them is the only thing. You can't just fire one up and go. So there's a little cup underneath the bottom here that fuel falls into. You open it up for just like a second or two. Fuel gets in there, you light it, heats up this little vapor chamber thingy, and then once that gets hot, it'll actually properly heat up then. So you'll see. Looks like it's been a while since I've used this one. I normally use the Polaris anymore, but I really like this one. So here we go. You can actually see the fuel just flow into the base there. There's quite a bit in there. This should be a pretty big flame. So, but that's what you need, especially as cold as it is. Or not. Sometimes it's actually hard. So like liquid gas won't light up so easy. It's the fumes that do. Sometimes it's kind of hard to light that cup, but there it goes. So that flame will get pretty big actually. It'll heat up this little tube right here. Once it heats that tube up, then the gas can start vaporizing and burn correctly. Let's see if it'll light up now. Yep, hold on a second. Need more flame. I let it go just a little too long there. It went out on itself. There we go. See, that's a nice blue flame now. It may yellow up a little bit still. I don't know if it's... Yeah, still trying to yellow up a little bit. That's okay. It'll go out eventually. Tonight, like I said, it's going to be chili. Pretty easy. It's just going to be put it in a pot, add water, and let it stew for a while. It's going to be a lot of chili. Maybe a little bit more. hot. Put it on the stove. Turn it down a little bit. More than anything, it just needs to simmer. So, say about 10 minutes of simmering, and it'll be good to go. So, give it 10 minutes. Okay. Took her off the boil there a few minutes ago. Oh yeah, look at that. That looks so good. That cheese on there. I'm telling you right now, that Patagonia stuff is really good, but you'll send it to the next level when you put cheese in it. It kind of ruins the whole, the idea of it being vegan, but that's okay. If you want it to stay vegan, honestly, you're still not going to be disappointed. It's really, really good that way too. Throw you some cheese in there. Little beef, it's pretty next level. It's still kind of hot. Oh, I got an idea. Hold on 1 second. Here we go. These little 1 ounce sit pads from Z-Packs. These things are great. Use them for all kinds of stuff. They only weigh 1 ounce, so they're totally worth it. Throw in your pack. Whew. Okay. Hot. That's so good. It does need more water though. That's a little bit. I mean, it's not soup anymore or chili or anything. It's really just pretty thick, but its taste is so good. Maybe I can add a little water to it. It's still super hot anyway, so maybe the cold water will help it cool down a little bit too. You can see the ice all over that. Yeah, thin it out a little bit. Oh yeah. So I've got I'm all scheduled up. I got taking time off work. I've got my put-in dates already, and I'm set for up to 18 days in the Boundary Waters this year. I'm not sure how long I'll be out there. I'm going to try to make it a full 18 days, but I mean that's it's a long time. I've got a long route planned. At some point I'll probably just go over it. Maybe I'll do a video of that too, and just kind of go over the route I want to take. So it's a long route, but it's like before. It's where the most of the days aren't super long as far as paddling. I don't do that. I don't do lots of paddling, but in 18 days you can get pretty far into the Boundary Waters. And I'm going to take a route that actually goes up. It goes up right to the border of Canada, all the lakes across there, and that's going to be a lot of it. Is just going to hop in those lakes right at the Canadian border. So pretty excited about that. Definitely be the longest trip I've ever done. My previous one was, 7 days or 8 days? So now I've got 18 days to do it. So it's going to take a lot more planning. A lot more just like battery power for that, for the camera. I just need a lot of batteries for it. So got to do that, and then I got to figure out, food, 18 days worth of food. If you do 2 pounds, which is probably kind of light for the amount of calories you're burning, that's still 36 pounds worth of food. So my food pack will be 45, 50 pounds, I bet, with all the extras, because I'll bring snacks and drinks, and I want to go out there and enjoy it, so there's going to be extra stuff. That trip's coming up late September. It'll be late September into early October. That's the best time of year to go, I think, because there's less people, no bugs, or very few bugs. Cool weather. But this year I'll be prepared. Every year you go, you learn a little more, a little bit more prepared. Anyway, I'm going to finish eating this up. Clean up a little bit. Honestly, the sun's going to set. I think it's probably starting to get pretty dark. The camera is, because the light's getting really low. So I'm going to finish this up, clean up a little bit, put everything up, watch the fire for a little bit longer, and then I'll probably crawl into my hammock there and maybe watch some videos or something. That's what I bought all this stuff for, so might as well. But I'm gonna eat this and I'll finish up. Listen to that right there. Hopefully that's being picked up by the microphone, the sound of that snow hitting the tarp. That's crazy. It's mid-March in southern Indiana. And you can see your breath and it's stupid cold. Anyway, I will see you guys in the morning. Good night. Morning. Or good late kind of morning, actually. I slept in quite a bit. It's cold. It's really cold. There's actually quite a bit of snow on the ground. It's got to be just down here. It's got to be in like the 12, 13 degree mark. I need to get up. Man, it's so cold. My hand's freezing holding this camera up right now. I forgot my big tripod. All I got's this little bitty crappy one. I think it's time we get moving. Well, if I explained this to you last night, but here's a good tip. Especially in the wintertime, it's super important. Make sure you loosen up all your laces and pull the tongue wide open the night before. Especially if your boots get wet, because they are a pain in the butt to get on when they're cold. There we go. Wow, look at that. Yeah, I don't know. No, there's no heat left. Coke's looking frozen. Yeah. I think the platypus is only partially frozen. So, we'll see. I may have to figure something out with all that. I got my goofy looking Carhartt on, which I love it. I don't care what it looks like. It's super warm. Get that broken down. Get something to eat. Hopefully that water's not completely frozen so I can get some out of it. If I can get just enough to at least get some breakfast in me. That was kind of stupid on my part. I should have known better, but should have come up with a better plan than that. But that's okay. We'll figure it out. Alright, let's get to work. See all the frost and condensation from where it was breathing. A bunch on there. Where are my gloves? Okay. Can you see this guy? Yeah. Enough. There it goes. What's enough or not? We'll find out. There it goes. Oh, it feels good. I don't know, a mini fire. There we go. Blue flame. Hopefully it comes out. It's frozen on top. Alright. I think while that boils up, heats up, which won't take very long. We'll start breaking down a little bit. Alright, hammock's done. Sorry, not the hammock, the tarp's done. It's a boiling engine. That's a little fast. Oh yeah. Breakfast. I don't really want the leaves and the schmutz in there, but you know, appreciate the thought. It's kind of nice to have a warm breakfast this time. I think I need much more, to be honest. A little warmth in it? Yeah. Just to make it a little nicer. This stuff rehydrates instantly, so. You can feel the heat coming out of that and it feels nice. Hopefully it kind of thaws that out a little bit so we can get more of that out of there. I doubt it as much, but. Warm granola. Pretty good. It looks like it's snowing again. I don't know if you can see it in the camera or not. It's not. It's just snow coming off the trees. I mean, it's blue skies right now. There's not a cloud anywhere. Nest Cafes. Said they've got the coffee, the creamer, and everything already in them. You can get them on Amazon. They're really nice. I really don't remember what brand of this pot is. It's like the ultralight one you can get on Amazon. I'm sure I've got it on my list. I can put it on there. It's a nice little pot. If you're wanting to do just pure ultralight, it does the trick. It boils enough water so you can rehydrate pretty much most of those meals out there. So. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to let that cool off. I'm going to finish up my breakfast. Oh God, that tastes, the flavor, so there's like a little bit of flavor of this, and then I got it mixed with the coffee. It was like perfect. Probably because there's a bunch of sugar in this. But I'm going to finish this up. I'll shut the camera off. And then we'll get to packing. And get on out of here. Okay. Wow. You know what? I saw this on Fowler's Makery Mischief one time. I'm going to give it a try because supposedly you can take off these pants really easily. You just kind of get your hands on them right here and get ready and just... Holy crap, it worked! Dang. See? You can learn something on YouTube. It's so stupid. But it's a pretty good one though. Now I'm getting cold. Instantly. Alright, let's get to the trail. We're on the trail. It's literally right here. As much as I like this campsite, it's awful close. keeping my voice down a little bit because I just passed another hiker. I don't want to disturb him too much. We're going up the hill. The hill of the doom. I know the camera doesn't really do any justice, but so this is very East Coast style here, just straight up. And don't worry about switchbacks, you don't need those. Just go up the hill. It'll warm you up quick. There it is. The final bridge. And then look up past the bridge there. There's the truck. Sweet. Alright, well, ladies and gentlemen, we are back at the truck. That pretty much ends this trip. No major calamities. That's good, you know. Just a few minor issues. The tripod for getting it makes it kind of a pain to film, and then definitely got to work on the old underquilt to make that a little bit better, especially for this cold weather. But this is probably the last real winter camp I get to do this year. It'll be up in the 70s in no time, so we're doing some ultralight stuff here soon probably, just because I really enjoy doing that, kind of seeing how light I can get it. But for now, I'm going to go back to the truck, warm up, go find me a cheeseburger or something to eat, something amazing, relax for the rest of the day because I gotta work tomorrow. So hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, like I always said, plane. Whatever, I'm not waiting for the plane. Again, I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, do me a favor, please. Hit the like button, subscribe button, all that. Comments are always awesome too. I love to hear it. 25 subscribers, maybe 30 right now. I don't even remember. It's still pretty cool every time I get one. So anyway, I'll see you guys in the next video. See ya.